Hi everyone, my name is Anthony Hines. For the last many years I've been trying to help people with their career as well as help people to get out of transition. Today I'm going to give you the reason why I think that my subscription service within my podcast and why you should subscribe to my podcast and why I believe that it's worth doing. Everyone, I keep my podcast very reasonable and I keep all of my tools very reasonable. I do that because when you're in transition, you need to spend your money on things like food and rent and things that you really need to live on. Okay? And the fact of the matter is, when people say to you, oh, you should enjoy this time off or things like that, well, you know what? They have jobs. And the reality is that you don't know when you're going to get your next job unless, obviously you got something in the works, and if you do, congratulations. But if you don't know when you're going to get your next job, you can't be thinking that you could be going on major vacations and blowing all kinds of money because you don't know when that job's going to come, so you need your money. That's a premise, people, that I think about all the time. And that's why I always keep my things either free or very reasonable, because you need your money. All right? And I want to be able to help as many people as I can because I have a lot of experience, good and bad. I've worked for some of the worst bosses in the world, and I've worked for some of the best bosses. And when you work for a terrible boss, let me tell you, you learn what not to do. Okay? And there's value in learning what not to do. I've also had ups and downs in my career. Times when I really wasn't sure what I was going to do. Or times that I got complacent. Or times that I really excelled. But you know what? The difference between everyone else, or a lot of people, and this is I'm going to tell you what I did to get out of it. Or to tell you what I did to become better. Or tell you what I did to get out of the funk and to excel. Maybe it doesn't work for you exactly that way, but you can turn that into your way. Okay? I'm giving you experiences without you sitting with me or scheduling meetings or anything like that. I'm giving you my experiences from years and years and years of work at multiple major companies, and as well as some consulting work and work at small companies. I talk about networking. I talk about interviewing. I talk about recruiters and what their value is. I talk about all of the things that people ask questions about. Age discrimination, everything like that. I talk about why or how to beat it. I talk about if you're an introvert and how to beat it if you need to network, and tricks that I've used, even though I'm not really an introvert. There are times I am. There are times I'm quiet. Some people don't believe it, but there are times that I am. Okay? So the fact of the matter is, why my subscriptions matter and why their value is because they're cheap, they're filled with information, and they help you now. You don't sit there and think about theory, or you think about, how am I going to do this someday? I give you stuff that the second you hang up, you're going to be able to use, and you're going to be able to make better in your office. I get so many emails, or have gotten so many emails from people that have taken just a little bit of my tips, and it's helped them a little bit. Okay? A little bit of tips, a little bit of help. A lot of tips, a little more help. A lot more tips, a little more help. When you do all these little more helps, guess what? One day something big really pops for you. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to change your life, but I'm going to give you little tiny Legos that are going to make your life better in your office, so that you, when you go home, are going to have a better work-life balance, and you're going to be better at home with less stress. I'm going to help you take away stress. I'm going to help you deal with people that are a real pain in the butt. I'm going to help you deal with a boss that's incorrigible. Those are the things that my podcasts do. Okay? And if you subscribe, you get access to all of them. And you know what? I build new ones all the time because I think about new situations all the time where I can provide value to people all the time. Maybe some of them are not pertinent to you, but some will be. So for the cheap price and the fact that you have them on demand and the fact is you have them in case you need to re-listen to them, why not subscribe, people? Why not subscribe? Okay? Remember, there's people out there that are going to take thousands from you if you're in transition or if you're a career coach. They want thousands. I want very little. As they say, some of my stuff is free. I want very little from you because I want you to spend your money on yourself and I want you to tell 10 of your friends. Because you know what? I would rather a lot of people get the information, a lot of people get helped, than a few people get helped and, it's not really spread throughout. Take my experience, people. Take my times that were up and down and all around and use them to your advantage. But there's only one way you can do that, and that's by subscribing. Okay? Take it for a few months. Take it for 6 months. There's a lot of podcasts, people, and I'm telling you, you got to live your life. You're not going to be able to go out and go through all of them very quickly. Okay? So the fact is, think about this. They're out there. My LinkedIn presence is strong. Thousands and thousands and thousands of contacts. And the fact of the matter is, where did I get them? I got them because I've been helping people that are unemployed for over 10 years. I've been trying to help people with their career for as long as I can remember. And now that I've started doing podcasts, the fact of the matter is, this information is ready for you immediately as you need it. Not to be read and found and, oh yeah, where did he write this? But to be listened to in your car, at home, ready to go for you as you need it. Because I want to motivate you so you can be the best person you can be. Your career is your responsibility, people, and I want to help you so that you're motivated to do better in everything you do regarding your career, and do it in such a way that you're not stressed when you go home and your work-life balance is in play, so that when you're out of work, you're not thinking about work. Okay? Work doesn't own you, people. You own work. And the fact is, my podcasts help you to get better balance and help you to learn how to do it. All right? I also help to deal with the depression, the sadness, the terrible feeling you feel when you're unemployed. And I tell you how to get out of that funk by taking little actions that you can do that are not intimidating, that are not going to make you feel like that you can't do it. I rebuild people so that they can go out and interview. I don't tell you how to interview. You know how to do that. I rebuild you. I rebuild your confidence so that you can interview. And by me saying I rebuild, I don't actually go over your house and rebuild you. What I do is provide you tips to help you rebuild so that you feel better about yourself, so that you're not down, so the walls aren't closing, so you don't think you're worthless like so many people do when they're unemployed. Don't tell me you haven't felt that way if you're unemployed, because I'm sure there are times you did. And my stuff will help you to deal with that. Tons and tons of podcasts, people. Tons and tons of information, people. All for a very nominal fee. Why not? My answer is why not? Okay? Also, too, people, everything is from my experience. I didn't sit there and read a book and tell you about theory. I tell you my experience, and I tell you what I did. That is worth a heck of a lot more than sitting there and having somebody tell you what's in a book. You can read the book yourself. You can read the online book yourself. You don't need that. My stuff tells you how to deal with it, how to get out of it, and how to make your career better. LinkedIn sends me people every week, people, to help them with their career. What do? I give them the list of my checklist of items that are out there. Why would LinkedIn do that if they didn't think what I said had value? I didn't ask LinkedIn for that. I'm just subject matter expert in career development. I didn't ask them for that. Okay? They just sent me an email. I thought they were phishing. I thought it was a fake email and they were phishing. No, it was real. And LinkedIn did it. And they've been doing it for years. You know why? Because they like my stuff. Why? Because it's from the heart, people, and it's got value. And the fact of the matter is, I want to give that value to you. So I'm telling you, subscribe and you won't be sorry. All right? Because the fact of the matter is, your career is your responsibility. And what else am I passionate about? I'm passionate about ending unemployment one person at a time. Okay? Check out my Facebook page, Anthony Hines, Job Search and Career Help Now page, my LinkedIn group with thousands and thousands of people that help each other. Anthony Hines, Job Search and Career Help Now group. If you have an introduction you need, reach out to me and I'll introduce you. Sadly, I can't connect to everyone because there's a limit on LinkedIn connections, but I can help you if you want it by using connections, by you emailing me, and I can at least introduce you. But all I can tell you, people, is this. Experience not shared is experience wasted. I have taken that over the top all over the place. And I'm sharing all kinds of experiences because I don't want you to feel some of the feelings I've felt, some of the sadness I've felt, some of the real downtimes I've felt because I really didn't have any direction and I had to work myself out of stuff. Most of my experience I give you is from things that went wrong. So I tell you what I did or why it was wrong. There's a ton of value in that, people. Learning what people did wrong. If you have a mentor, always ask them to tell you about something that they did wrong and how they get out of it. Okay? That's where you learn about things. Okay? So all I'm telling you, people, is this. In a nutshell, my podcasts are very, very valuable because they provide experience from a person working in companies for over 40 years. And they give it to you. And they give it to you on your schedule. So think about subscribing. Because you know what? All I can tell you is, if you take care of yourself and you develop your own career and you have confidence in yourself, things are going to break for you. If you wait for somebody else to do it, guess what? It may happen, but there's a pretty good chance it may not. Are you going to wait, or are you going to do it yourself? Get up, look in the mirror, and tell yourself, what am I going to do? Am I going to do it myself, or am I going to wait for somebody else to set my career? You make that call. I can't do it. I'm just sitting here telling you what I did. And that is, when I learned the rules, and I learned the rules of career development, I just started developing myself. Because I know that I can develop myself and standardize my own experience. And the fact of the matter is, remember, your career is your responsibility. Take it, own it, embrace it, run with it. Come, please, I ask you, please subscribe to my podcast. You won't be sorry. Subscribe today at ahines00001.podbean.com. Please go to your computer and go to the website because it's much easier to subscribe from the website. Please go out there and subscribe today because you won't be sorry. Some of my podcasts are long, some are short, but they're all filled with great information. Have a great day, everyone. And remember, your career is your responsibility. Embrace it, own it, run with it, take it. Because when things open up for you, you'll know that you did it. Have a great day.